Hi everybody, I am back and the dust is really settled from the last couple of weeks and craziness. And my kids are playing at the neighbor's house. So I thought, okay, this is a good time to do a quick studio tour. It's probably going to change over time. We have some plans to fix the floor in there and maybe add some skylights because we have them on the other side of the house. But I'm out here, so I just thought I would kind of turn the cameras around and share what I got going on in Wisconsin. So the first thing that I love about the studio is I have my own little porch for the actual studio because for some reason this ranch that we moved into has two separate entrances. So if you look down there, there's the topiary. That's the front door. So that goes, that's the front door. And then there's this secondary entrance that comes off of our driveway. And I think it's because the previous owners had a CPA business or something. So this was kind of kept as a separate office, which is cool for me because if I do just some individual workshops, I can have people come in and we have our own little area. So I think it's awesome. And because I have a little porch, I can sit out here in the mornings and watch my kids on the driveway. And it's just fun. I have my own little entrance. So this is the studio. It's a little bigger than my last one. Which is great. It is not as bright as my last one, even though, I have two sets of windows here and here, but it's just darker. And I've got this kind of dated fixture on the top. So, we'll fix it over time for sure. But I do love the space, and because it is bigger, I have this table that I purchased that two people could sit at. So I think that's going to work out really well if I decide to have a couple of people over on the weekends. They can have their own area. But having my own private entrance is great. I have access to the front so I can watch my kids from the front. And then I have windows here that outlook in our garden so I can kind of see the kids there too. So I have a cute little seating area. There's kids outside. Let me just shut the door. And a lot of the stuff that I had in the old studio, I had in a closet. I had this is my paper. All my watercolor paper and cardstock is in here in my printer. This was in a closet with that unit and a whole bunch of other stuff. So the storage changed because I don't have a two-door closet, but that's okay. I figured that out. And then I have all my art on the walls. Well, my art and other people's art. This is all Mistel Kierning stuff. All my journals are here. I get to see my papers now, which were in my closet, so they never got used. So that's kind of awesome. And then I have all my stamps here from other companies like Darkroom Door and Ranger and Paper Artsy. And all my journals. So I love it. And then I kind of set things up the same way that they were in the old house so I can find everything. I have all the same units that I had, all the same art that I had. This is where I store my washi. I'm trying to think of what's in here. All kinds of stamps, letter stamps, my envelopes for my business. I got this nice carpet. And again, I got this desk from IKEA. And I got it because it has drawers that pull out, which I thought was cool for the kids as well. I accidentally got white. It was supposed to look distressed and like this, but when I pulled it out of the box, it was white. So I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna put it together. And I have, my mini journals here and just like little vignettes of some of the things I like to collect. This is where I keep all my stuff from other companies, my die cut things, my ribbons. It's always open. The boys are constantly grabbing stuff. And this unit here was also in the closet. So it's kind of nice to have some of the stuff that was in my closet out and about so I can kind of see everything, which is great. I have like a lot of my ideology stuff in here. And I did empty quite a bit out before I moved, just so, you know, I would have less stuff to move, essentially. More vignettes, more of my little journals. I love having these on display because I'll pull things out and go through them for inspiration. So it's really kind of nice. And this is right by my desk. So right by my desk, I still have the same kind of stuff in front of me, except now I have windows, which is great. I love being able to look up and see nature before I just had a wall. And this is kind of my main, all my pens and paints and fabric tape and all that stuff is in here. I have all my ideology bits over here. These are all closer to my desk now, which I really like. And my desk is set up the same way. And the story about this desk is I ordered it from Target and they messed up somehow. I have my collage papers in here. I'll just show you because people always ask. So I have all my collage papers in here stored upright so I can see it. It's all arranged kind of by color. So that way when I'm collaging, I can just find things really easily. All my pens and paints. I have a little trash bin there. But the story about the desks is I ordered it from Target. Somehow they messed up my order and they sent me 2. And I only ordered 1. And I called them and they couldn't figure it out. And so I decided to keep the second one because they didn't want it. They just said keep it. And this was my partner's work desk. But when we moved to the house, he was here for 3 weeks without a desk, so we bought one. And I was like, that's great. I'll put this one in the studio because it matches, which is great. So, and now this is more of my shipment center. So, I have all my stencils here. So these are all the stencils I use for my orders. And I have shipping materials here. So it's kind of nice to have a shipping area. What I used to do before was just more challenging. And then here, I still have all my paper, mini scraps, mini bits, and paper dolls right by the desk. I have stencils, all my collage soup books are down there. So it's kind of nice. And I have more surface space. So I do like that quite a bit. I just wish the lighting was a little brighter in here, but that's okay. And then this is where I keep all my art filmies. People ask, how do you store your art filmies? Well, I have more than the average person, obviously. So I store them all in here for the most part. But it is pure art filmies because it's just a lot. And then this unit's where I have all my washi tape again and all that stuff. So the studio is suiting me really well. The only caveat is that this is the door to our garage. And then I have this door, which is usually open. This is the door to the rest of the house. So this is our kitchen. The cool thing about this setup though, is there's a bathroom right here, but this little area, which I think was supposed to be for like wine, it was probably a bar area. We have it as our breakfast area, but we have a little mini sink here, which is great. because we have a sink there, but to have this mini sink right by my desk is great for paint and all that stuff. So anyway, sorry for the shaky camera. But so that's the studio right now. And you can see it's more of a warm light. There's my cranes. We have cranes here, which I love. They walk around and sound like dinosaurs. But I'm ready to go. So I'm doing art here. I'm really looking forward to having some people come and do workshops. So that's my goal, but we'll see. If you're in the area and you're looking to do that, just contact me. But anyway, so that's the studio. I just wanted to be able to have a nice little video to have and pop on because people have been asking. And I'll talk to you later.